Mulberry Street, New York City. The year was 1947. The streets were crowded with pushcarts, vendors, and families trying to rebuild their lives after the war. But beneath the laughter and business, a darker war was about to erupt. At the center of it stood one man, Don Vito Corleone. To most, he was a respected neighborhood figure, the man people turned to when the law looked the other way. But to his enemies, he was something else, a king whose throne was up for the taking. For years, Don Corleone had ruled with quiet power. But now, a new rival was rising. Don Salvatore Romano, head of a ruthless Sicilian faction, hungry for control of Little Italy. Romano's men didn't respect tradition. They didn't care about diplomacy. All they wanted was blood and territory. It started with whispers. A shopkeeper who refused Romano's protection ended up beaten in front of his children. A Corleone soldier was found in the Hudson, his hands tied with piano wire. The message was clear. Mulberry Street wasn't big enough for two Dons. On the night of June 3rd, the war finally erupted. Romano's crew ambushed a Corleone convoy on Canal Street, leaving 4 men dead in less than 2 minutes. It was the bloodiest attack the family had seen since Prohibition. But Don Corleone didn't panic. He gathered his capos at his Long Island estate and gave a single order. "We will answer, not with noise, but with silence." Days later, Romano's men began disappearing. One by one, a card game raided, a cafe set ablaze. By August, 20 Romano soldiers had vanished, their names erased from the street. No one knew who pulled the triggers, but everyone knew who gave the command. The final showdown came on Mulberry Street itself. Romano, defiant, entered a cafe he thought was safe. But that night, the Corleones struck. In less than 60 seconds, the Romano faction was no more. Don Salvatore was found slumped over a half-finished glass of wine, a single bullet in his chest, and just like that, the war was over. But the cost was heavy. Mulberry Street would never be the same. Businesses closed, families fled, and blood stained the very pavement children once played on. This was Don Corleone's last war, the war that proved even kings must fight to keep their crown. So the question is, in a world built on fear and loyalty, did Don Corleone win? Or did everyone lose?